Welcome to MadsMusicShow.com.
I'm here with Zolof, the Rock and Roll Destroyer. How you guys doing?
Awesome.
Super. Great.
So what have you guys been up to since Jalopy Go Far has been released?
Fuck. That was a really long time ago, so I guess a lot. I think that was like released in 2003? I'm not sure. We did the Popsicle EP, and we have a split coming out with Real Big Fish. It's coming out on the 20th of February. And we did a mystery record that we're still trying to find a home for. And if, because we parted ways with Eyeball, we took our record with us. So we're not, what? Yeah, it's a full length. And we're not really sure if we're going to put it out on a label. We're talking to a few right now, but we're not sure if we're going to put it out on a label or just do it ourselves. Kind of depends, you know, the situation.
Also, Zolof acquired the best rhythm section this side of Mississippi River.
True.
So that was a pretty big step.
Also, wait, which side of the Mississippi River? Because we're from Philly. This is a different side.
Is it?
Isn't it?
No, we're still the same side.
Oh, okay.
Seems like over there.
Edit my stupidity out.
So you guys recently performed on MTV2 for the Mountain Dew Circuit Breakout. Got judged by Chris Carrabba of Dashboard Confessional. What was that whole experience like?
It was an awesome experience. Like, I haven't dreamt of playing there, but being there was definitely awesome. Playing inside the TRL studios and just like sitting by the window and watching everyone walk underneath you in Times Square. The whole experience was really awesome. And Chris Carrabba thinks I'm like the tallest drummer ever, which I think is weird because I'm not that tall. But he's a cool dude.
Were you guys nervous at all?
Oh, well.
To be on TV?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you get nervous at first when you see the cameras. But then, like, when you start playing, you kind of forget about that. Except for the moving one. The moving one kept going, like, right in front of me, and I'm like... But, yeah, not only were they filming it for TV, they were also playing the whole thing on a gigantic billboard in Times Square. So, like, we have all these crazy pictures of, like, us on the billboard, like, acting like Godzilla over Times Square. I mean, it was nerve-wracking, but it kind of seemed like a regular show, too.
I understand that Mark Hoppus was rooting for you guys to win, even encouraging his own fans to vote for you guys. How do you guys know each other?
Actually, it's a really funny story. Mark Hoppus called me, and I don't give my phone number out to anybody. Like, my cell phone, well, it's not because, like, I usually don't talk on my cell phone. Like, I'll just, like, I don't know. I'd rather talk in person than on a cell phone. So this one day, I'm walking through the grocery store, and we were sort of talking through email and stuff like that. Like, he likes our band. He mentioned us on the podcast. Oh, no, this is before he mentioned us on the podcast. He just liked our band, and, like, we had heard that he liked us, and he emailed us. But I'm walking through the grocery store in our hometown, which we had a day off from our tour. And we were on tour with the Transit War. It was the first time we were on tour with them. And I thought they were just, like, fucking with me. Because I get this call, and I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, Rachel? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, it's Mark Hoppus. And I'm like, you're right. Who is this? Is this, you know, Jamie? Who's fucking with me here? And, like, he's like, it's Mark Hoppus. And he starts, like, laughing, and I'm like, who calls themselves Mark Hoppus? And he's like, I do. And, like, it must have taken, like, 10 minutes for him to actually convince me that it was him. And, he put me on the phone with, like, our mutual friend from Atticus. And, like, our mutual friend gets on the phone, and he's like, it's Brendan. That's really Mark. And I'm like... whoops. So, like, we started talking, and he thought that was, like, the funniest thing ever. He wrote about it in AP, or he talked about it in alternative press. He just thought it was funny, because nobody's ever done that to him before, like, been like, nah.
I think I read that actually.
Yeah.
The one where his face is really big, and it's like 2 pages.
Yeah, yeah, and he's just like, she like basically told me to go fuck myself, which is true. Let me just say one more thing about Mark. Mark is the most awesome, funniest, coolest guy ever, and he listens to the most eclectic music. He'll listen to everything, and he just surrounds himself with great people, and he's funny, and I love him, and, you know, we're great friends now, so it's totally different.
He produced Motion City Soundtrack's last album. Would you ever consider him to produce a record for you guys, or are you more content on producing your own stuff?
No, we definitely have talked about Mark producing our stuff, because right now Vince and I produce most of our stuff, and we get kind of like insane about producing ourselves. Like, you know, you get very analytical and you want to sit there and you want to piece it apart and make it perfect, and that's kind of not good at the same time. We understand that. So it'd be great to have a producer to work on it, but we're so picky that I think that we need to have somebody to produce it that we actually respected, and I think Mark did an excellent job on that album, on the Motion City soundtrack album, and he also produced a couple songs for the matches, and I think they came out great. And like, I think he's just got a really good knack for listening to the music and, you know, changing things that could be more interesting, you know, and finding that kind of avenue. And that's really what I think we can use most. And plus, like, some of our stuff can be kind of corny, so it'd be great if you could make it just a little bit cooler, or at least funnier.
This episode of NetMusicShow.com has been brought to you by theunemployed.net.
That's too bad. Hold on, I'll call another time. Making love, waking up to you by my side. My friends were good, family's great, everything was fine. We made it work, so come on, why not this time?
And don't forget to check out our exclusive interviews with Nate from The Format and Sherry and Stacy from Isley.